Hello, witches. How are you? Grab your travel bags because guess what? It's jewel time. Ding! Because I always say, you may not need that jewel right now, but somewhere up ahead of the road, you're going to need it. Okay? Anyways, I need to talk to y'all. I enjoyed my head wrap so much I had to come back and bring it to you once again. Y'all excuse the eyebrows. I'm tending to gray right in my eyebrow area, right in there. Okay, I'm trying to see what's going on. I got some graying action going on back there. So I got this graying action going in my eyebrows, so I tend to pluck them, and as I pluck them, I'm getting bald. So guess what, honey? Wisdom is showing its presence, and I better leave wisdom alone. Look, and I want y'all to be careful, all y'all young folks out there in your 20s and 30s, supplementing your income, servicing others, you're going to pay for that. So you may want to consider doing something else, just enjoying the practice of witchcraft, of necromancy and black magic. You will look far more older than I once you get here where I'm at. Yes, you will. So if you don't want to get grayer than mama, because I'm 49 right now, you are going to sure enough be gray. You're going to have a whole full head of gray. Now I want you to sit down and ask yourself, is it worth it? Because a long time ago, and I wasn't listening, I did listen. I did take the gem and I did put it in my bag. And now I understand what it means. But, the elders was telling me long ago, baby, take care of yourself now so that when you get to be my age, you understand, you still look good. That didn't make sense then. I don't expect for a 20-year-old or 30-year-old to make any sense out of this. I expect for you to put it in your travel bag. You understand? Because I can see that when I was your age, you understand, none of that made sense to me. You took it in, but I don't suppose to expect a 20 or 30-year-old to understand where I am coming from. You understand? Because there's a whole lot of growing to do. Just like you don't expect for an infant to come out of the womb crawling. You understand? There are different stages that one must go through. Rites of passages before they can get to a certain point. If you in your early 30s, early 20s, teenagers, you are never going to understand where I'm at right now. Until you get here. So, be careful, 20-year-old, 30-year-olds that's saying, I'm doing psychic services. I'm doing work in mediumship. You understand? Be careful. You're going to be much grayer than I am. And you're going to be far more wrinkled. Wow. Just saw a spirit come right up out of my mouth. No, that wasn't spit. That was a spirit because it went this way. Spit goes this way. That goes that way. Spirits go this way. And I'm sure y'all caught that on camera. If y'all didn't, Anyways. You know what? I want to talk about a hodgepodge of things. I got so much I want to talk about. So this is going to be sort of like a mosaic tile video. Anyways, I want to talk about a travel that I encountered. And then I'll get back to some gems, some wisdom for you. But this also helps a lot of people because a lot of people, they travel too. And, they don't want to feel like they're the only one. They want to know that, hey, look, there's somebody else out there going through what I'm going through too. And, oh, by the way, y'all know I'm random. By the way, I'm taking horseback lessons and I want you all to come with me. I had my first horseback lesson last week. Yes, I did. I rode a horse named Trixie. She was a big old tall girl. She was a walking horse for all of you all who know a little bit about horseback riding. So I'm starting out on a walking horse. When I was young, I won a lot of awards horseback riding, believe it or not. My favorite horse was Agnes. They would give me a horse that rocks a little bit more than a walking horse because I was so damn good at it. And those horses are very difficult to ride because you do a lot of bump, 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 jumping up and down, you know, for all of you all horseback riders. And yes, I do have my cowboy boots and my stirrups. And I want you women to know, and men, y'all too, I want to lead by example, and I want you all to know that we as women, we can take horseback riding lessons. We can ride horses, and we can ride donkeys, and if you got a mule, we can ride a mule. Y'all better learn how to ride a horse. You may need one. We don't know where this is going. I don't think it will get that bad in our lifetime, but eventually there's going to come a time where we will be crippled technology-wise. I already see that. Y'all, I did this video before where I made a prediction, and I had to take it back. The reason why I had to take it back, because if you get a big prediction right, it can seriously harm your health. You're not supposed to make predictions. You don't. Not predictions of disaster. And I did one, and I didn't want it to be on film, so I had to discard it because it was a very tragic prediction. Okay. Anyways, and if it happens, like I said, you know, y'all won't been and heard it come from my mouth. So y'all be careful when y'all making these major predictions. I have known in the past where there have been psychics that made these type of predictions, and guess what? They died afterwards. You know, and that's another thing, y'all. If y'all around here doing this here magic at a real early age like this, servicing others, you cut your lifespan off too, in a sense. The younger psychics that start healing at a very, very young age probably won't have a longer lifespan. We cut our lifespans, you know, short, especially artists. This is just the truth, y'all. I'm not trying to scare anybody. So I want you all to preserve your health. Young people, I want you to practice and learn for yourself, 20s and 30s, okay? When you hit your 40s, it's like it's safe. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all saying. You're still cutting your life short at 40, but at 40, you have a little bit more strength behind your belt. You know what I'm saying? You understand? So don't give too much of yourself when you're young like that. Anyways, I want to talk about that travel. The travels are getting so much worse, but I don't want to talk about the travel now. I want to talk to y'all about something else that happened to me. Okay? Because I have serviced a lot of people, and some of them have expired. And some of the ones that have expired still expect for me to help them in the afterlife. But I'm very limited, okay, with that. Because I don't truly know how to, even, I told y'all, I said I'm practicing necromancy. Once I said that, I had so many spirits knocking on my walls, my windows, the truck, everything. If I get in the truck and I sit in there in the dark, everybody, say for instance, I got passengers, they're going on in the store, whatever, and I decide to sit in the car. You know what I'm saying? They knock on my windows. I had one to knock like this last night. And I said, what the hell? Who is that? Is that death knocking? Who are you? And I never got a response from them. A lot of the times when they tap and knock, they don't. But one that was very interesting. See, I make these dolls over here too. If I said, oh, I'm going to make a doll. Because I said I was going to make a doll for Gede. And ever since I've been saying that. Now, you know he's the keeper of the dead. I've been getting these strange knocks. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when are you going to get this ready for me? Because you can't be making no promises. I never made any promises. I just said that I was thinking about making one. You know what I'm saying? But, I had a client. Y'all may know who he is. He was the one that was It's just something really, really strange about it. And I can't talk too much because his family watches. I have to be really, really careful how much information I give out. And I have lots of clients that, have expired. So I don't want some single person to think that I'm talking about them. But let me see how I can put this. He was. Let me start back. This is gonna be so random because I just got so much I want to talk about. Let me start back. Yeah, I'm telling you, my neck been aching, my leg, my arm, my body, my everything. Because that's another thing. If like when these people get these spells, Mama, I need a love spell. Mama, I need everybody come to me for the love spells. Can I talk to y'all out there? Can I have some people who just need some spiritual work for a change? You just want spirit. Oh Lord, cause everybody only calls for love spells. Anybody knows why? Anyways, a lot of the times when I do get these people back together, it makes my neck ache and my joint ache and my bones ache and my body be aching, y'all. When it, you will know. For all of you out here, I'm only talking to the ones in their 40s, 50s, and 60s because I don't want to be responsible for anything that happens to people in their 20s and 30s. So 20s and 30s, y'all just learn right now, please. Don't go out there practicing right now. Learn from me. Do y'all see me? Do y'all see these gray eyebrows and all that gray round mama edges? Y'all, don't go there. So I can't take responsibility for too many spells, y'all. People calling me and writing letters for validation and stuff like that. I just can't take that responsibility on. I just can't. So, because it takes something from me, But my body just aches when I do that. But anyways, let me go back. Since I was a little girl, I've always known my demons. I don't know if you all know your demons well, but I know my demons well. I have 2 little girls that are my demons. I met them when I was around 8 or 9 years old. And when I met them, y'all excuse me, that's Mr. Sparky there. He's in his cage. Somebody was saying, oh, I feel so sorry for him. No, don't feel sorry for him. You get a pup. You can't just let them just run and walk and stray all over your house. That's how they get into trouble. They get into accidents. Even if you have your house puppy proof, you don't want a small animal just walking loose around your house. So you have to get a large cage for them, put their little pad in there and everything and stuff, and let them stay in there when you're not assisting them. They're not like little babies where you just, well, you can hold them in your arms and stuff like that. But mama don't work like that. Mama got a new puppy because his ass, when he get big enough, going to be working here on the hobby farm, okay? He don't know it, but he came here to work. So mama take him out there with her and let him walk. He walks behind me and he walks with me. And Mr. Willard holds him in his arm when he operates the riding lawnmower, and my son holds him in his arm while he works. So he's ready to work, and he's a Jack Russell. They call him a Jack Rat, and Jack Rats are very sportsy type dogs. They're not as much of. They're kind of sort of like companions, but they're more or less sport wise. Mama gonna be taking his ass fishing. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go fishing. And when I go hunt in the fall, his ass going there too. I got another Jack Russell that's a little bit unruly, because I raised him in the city. So he's a little city dog, and he's just used to going out on a leash and barking at people, and it's hard to get him trained. Him and his other little brother out there, I got a Boston Terrier mixed with a Chihuahua, and he loves to just be held in his arms. Chihuahuas love a lot of companionship and affection and cuddling and all of that out there, which he don't get it. And he don't get much of that because I'm still working with training him to kind of help me out here, as far as just being a little guard dog. So that's his little duty. He's going to guard the place and keep an eye on everything. But he's also dangerous because, Chihuahuas will bite you. My Jack Russell does a good job of patrolling, the oldest dog. But I want to train the smaller dog to be able to carry out little duties with me and walk around with me as I tote water and, garden and do all of those things, work with the chickens. I've been getting slews of eggs. Too many to handle. I was like not ready for this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do pickled eggs. Do jars and jars of pickled eggs because I didn't get much in veggies, but I did get an abundance of eggs. And like right now I got about 15 chickens, y'all. Why did I do that? And 2 baby turkeys. So I'm fixing to shift the copper Marans. They've gotten big. I'm gonna try to introduce them to the Amber Sex Links. Y'all pray for me because they was pecking on them the last time I tried. So they're a little bit bigger now. So I can get those turkeys in that young broder. But anyways, enough of that. So I guess I got on that conversation when I heard my jackrat back there. His name is Sparky. I remember growing up as a child, I would listen to my auntie. This is a different aunt now. This aunt is old. I don't even know if she was still alive. Last year she was still alive. I think she was like 91 or something like that. And I haven't kept in touch with my adopted family like I should have. So I don't know what's really going on. They don't like me. And guess what? I don't like them neither. Why they don't like me? Well, who knows? I don't really know. I think I may have some ideas. I am an adventurous person. And I won't say that they don't like me. I guess they don't have much interest in me because I'm an adventurous wild child. I don't believe in a church. These are church people. They are just heavily immersed in the Word of God. And I can't even go into a church, honey. When I go into the church, honey, they just get to running from me, honey. They get scared. But anyways, enough of that. I want to talk to you all about this. Like I said, when I was a little child, my demons were 2 little girls, and they presented themselves as 2 normal little girls. And you all may have seen these in the archives of my videos. I've talked about the 2 little girls, and they used to come to me when I was 9 years old. And then when I became an adolescent, around 12, 13 years old, because they would talk to me and play with me like a kid. I know y'all gonna say mama was suffering from some kind of psychosis, and everything. Have it your way, whatever you believe. But I've always been able to see the dead and spirits or whatever. You understand? And those 2 little girls used to play with me because I really didn't have any friends because I was so, socially awkward in a sense. I know y'all saying those are some cruel words. You shouldn't use that. But it's just really what it was. So I played with myself a lot of the times. I only had one good friend that was there for me. And she had the same type of personality I had. Her name was Run Run. Hey, Run Run, wherever you are. Run Run, I saw you at the park, and just because your house went into foreclosure, you didn't have to act like you didn't see me, because I'm not going to judge you. We were like this. I went to her wedding, and she was telling me, she's a girl, she told her fiance at the time, me and her was tight, man. Me and Ron Ron share blood. And me and Jennifer is the one that was from New Orleans, a Creole girl. And, she was raised here in Alabama, but she was from Pacamine or something, something in New Orleans and in New Louisiana. And so all 3 of us would share blood, and all of us would say we were witches. And it was just very interesting now growing up to see that the reason why, Jennifer was like that is maybe some of her bloodline from there. I don't know. But these 2 little girls were always with me, playing with me in my mom's basement. That's the only place they would play with me. And we would have so much fun. One was taller than the other one. And they wore little bunny rabbit house shoes. And they would have their pajamas on. And they would ask me, why nobody liked me and everything, because they did. And they gained my friendship. And when I got to be 12 or 13. And it would just scare me so much. I would have a little conversation with them and run because I felt like they were up to something. There was a little room in the basement that I would go in, and it was a concreted room, and you could smell the dampness and the moisture in it. You know what I'm saying? And so they would always be in there. And, you know, my sister later on admitted to me, my adopted sister, that she used to see them too. And I never will forget when I turned 12 or 13, they were swept up. Something pulled them by their legs, pulled them up, and they showed me their nails. They were trying to grab me, and their nails were like necrotic, like death, you know. And their eyes were black, and they were trying to snatch me when I was 13. 12 or 13, and a lot of paranormal shit was going on around me, like my bed lifting up, mattresses lifting up and shit. It was some crazy what you call that movie, I can't even think of it, poltergeist shit going on around me. Okay, so anyways, what was interesting to me is that this particular person, one of my clients, came to me in 2013 is when I started working with him, and he was talking about a lot of nightmares that he was having, and it was the two little girls that were tormenting him. So now I don't know, maybe these two little girls have something to do with a representation or some legendary type stories of death or something, but he was being tormented by the same little girls from 2013. They befriended him. He would wake up in the astral realm in his home, because there's an astral realm in your home, and his house would be just totally decorated different. You know, he was really running a sort of like a trap house, like but when he would come up in the astral realm, it would be decorated with chandeliers and extraordinary type things and antiques, and it was just old type. And the two little girls would argue, "This is our house, this is not your house," and he would be arguing that, "No, it's mine," and everything. And I'm like, "Is it really a dream?" He said, "No, it's real, just like talking to you." And they went on and on. It just went on from 2013 all the way to 2015 for 2 years. Nightly, he waking up in the astral realm, and the house would be rearranged differently. And on the outside, you know, these people were just like his family, his friends, and they were dressed like the Little House on the Prairie. And if y'all don't know what the Little House on the Prairie is, look it up. There used to be a sitcom is it a sitcom? Now, not a sitcom, but there used to be a series of shows that would come on about, you know, Laura Ingalls, which is like a real true story. Laura Ingalls left behind a journal, and they made like a show that would be a reoccurring show every once a week. And so the place was like that, and they rode in a horse and a buggy. And I remember 6 months before his demise, he told me, he said, "You know what? Those two little girls, they died. The buggy turned over, and they died." And I was like, wow. He said, "They don't bother me anymore." So I thought to myself, finally he'd get some peace. But he kept saying they was wrestling with him in his sleep, but he couldn't see them. And, you know, and they had the force of a man. Imagine having two little small girls having forces like men. And it came to me, I said, those are demons. You know what I'm saying? Those are demons parading as trustworthy people, as little children with black eyes. And there is a legend on the black-eyed children. They're very dangerous. One came to visit me at my house. I saw her before she got here, and she knocked on my door. And when she came to my door, I told her, "I know who you are." "What do you mean?" she said. "What do you mean?" And I said, "You figured out, but you ain't coming in my house." Okay? Watch the black-eyed children. They do exist. And you too, if you doubt it, may have your encounter. But anyways, but the whole time they would hold him down. They wouldn't let him see him. He'd be in a place of darkness when he tried to sleep, and he was afraid to go to sleep. And they would say, "I got you now." They talk like men then, with heavy voices and all of that. But anyways, I told y'all all about the whole thing. Then they came out, and they brought some help with them. You know, these black sheeted beings came with no faces came. And I asked him, I said, I want you to ask them what they want. They said they wanted his soul. He told me that. But anyways, you know, I can't talk too much about it. I'm just hoping that the family ain't watching this video and everything. I'm not going to call out any names, but I did whatever I could to help him, and I had to stop because when that black sheet of being rolled over my truck, he let me know. He said, you know, if you want to take his place, I'll take you too. I can turn this truck over right now. And I'm not lying to y'all. Y'all around here messing with this black magic. Y'all around here. I'm talking about y'all 20 and 30-year-olds. Y'all messing with this stuff. Talking about you in the black magic. You better be glad you don't have the power. Because the reason why ain't nothing happened to you yet is because guess what? They don't see any favor in you. Those spirits don't see any favor on you. In you. They have mercy on you. And you better be glad that they do. But when you do come into your power, when you hit them 40s and them 50s and them 60s, if they do have favor in you, you better believe you better be ready. And it ain't no turning back. Because they're going to initiate you and you can't get out of this. You understand? It's just like Crips and Bloods. It ain't no way out. So I caution you, okay? Hope you got your bags out. I don't care if it's a flannel bag. I don't care if it's a leather bag. I don't care if it's a sleeping bag. You better get these goddamn jewels. Listen to what I got to say. If it don't make sense to you now, you best better believe if they don't snatch you up while you young, you'll make some sense out of it when you get to be my age and beyond. Y'all, I'm getting hot because, see, that's another thing. It does affect you in all kind of ways when you talk about black magic. When you don't think that you can do a black magic spell and have no repercussions. The ones who tell you, oh, I do black magic spells all the time. It don't do nothing to me. It's they don't have the power, y'all. Listen to me. They just don't have it. They don't have it. And if you're going to do that, you better be in a coven or coven or whatever y'all call them covens. You better be in one. You better be in a coven. See, and y'all stop trying to correct me when I'm talking and when I spell things because I'm creative and I'm an artist. And when you're an artist, you can spell, you can say things exactly the way you want. I'm a nonconformist. I refuse to conform, okay? Make me. I can be creative the way I spell anything. You know, you got to realize a lot of people don't understand artistry. When you find people who don't understand that, you walk away. They're only letting you know where their level of intelligence is at the moment. Be careful what you say. You let people know you ain't never been nowhere, okay? You'll let them know. And some people been places and don't know they even went there. That is a shame. That's worse than a person who haven't gone anywhere. And when I say go somewhere, I'm not necessarily talking about traveling all over the world. I'm talking about going outside to do your own research, to get to know people, to learn people, to you see what I'm saying? You ain't been nowhere. Because every time you meet a new face, guess what? You're traveling. You have just traveled to another universe. Because people are information and knowledge, and they are the mirror to you. Because I always say people are coming here to tell me something, that's all. And when I don't understand why they came, I'll ask the spirit. Spirit, did they? Or I asked them, what did you come here to teach me? And somebody said, and I also asked them, what have you came to teach them? But anyways, I said all this to say this. I had another encounter with this particular deceased being that is trapped. They were at my window calling a name. Like they were sneaking to do it. I can't call the name. Then it'll be a dead giveaway who I'm talking about. They tapped one time with their fingernail. And they said, like they were sneaking to do it. And what was interesting, the person was not here. But the person usually be here at that day at that time, at that particular time. And the person put some protection over them and they can't find them. Because the person is shielded by the blood of the Lamb. And every now and then I will put the blood of the Lamb on myself. That blood is very powerful. Blood is more powerful than anything you can imagine. Blood will wipe away evil. Well, blood sometimes it can have the hands of evil too, but it's more cleansing. Sometimes you have to purge and let that blood flow. That's what a woman get every once of a month. That's just releasing a lot of toxin and a lot of undesirable things and stuff like that. It's hard for me to describe it, but most of you all may understand it and most of you all may not. But do your own research. If you see something here you don't understand, I want you to take it and I want you to keep it with you. Do some research and keep it handy with you. You understand what I'm saying? That blood, you understand? That blood is what the spirits thirst for, because blood is hard to come by. That's why you got your little blood mobiles coming around, your life mobiles, to collect blood. Blood is life, and that's what the spirits crave. And blood is cleansing, you understand? Anyways, that completes this video, and I hope you keep your jewels. I am Vanita Davis on Facebook if you'd like to become a part of our virtual coven, okay? If you want to hit me up, you need anything, but you know now, Mama have to feed her spirits and stuff. Now, y'all stop with these emails. I'm in love with the boy, and I just, and I just want you, stop it. Okay, stop that. I got some little teenagers hit me up and everything. I don't work with children, okay? If you're under the age of 19, I really just want you all to learn and continue to study your witchcraft or whatever. But this is nothing to play with, okay? It's nothing to play with. So, I've had a couple of children in the past to hit me up. I don't work with little children. Now, you're welcome to watch the videos and stuff, but be a child, okay? That's what I want you to do. But hit me up on Facebook, okay? And y'all would not believe I have like 50 people waiting to come in, and I haven't accepted them because I have to take my time and evaluate who you really are to see if you should be there, because somebody put something on our Facebook coven saying that they hope that we the first to die. There was a troll on there, so you have to be careful with trolls, and trolls, you are miserable people, and I want you to know that this channel is way above a troll's head, okay? Stay under the bridge. It's a reason why trolls are under the bridge. Trolls are real, y'all. Look at the urban legend of trolls. They do live under the bridge. I mean, I can find videos all over YouTube and share with you all, especially those Japanese ghost videos, and they show trolls actually lifting their heads up from under the bridge. Where do trolls come from? Trolls are the people that hell don't want and heaven don't want neither. Okay? Nobody wants them, so they live under the bridge. Are you a troll? Trolls are very miserable people, too. They have no life. They refuse to go out and seek healing. And the only voice they have is being a troll. Okay? So anyways, that's why I'm doing some careful evaluation.